Are we going to be good in?
Okay.
I think you'll be good. Let's see.
I don't get too close to you.
Okay, I hit go live. I'm waiting for it to pop up. There it goes. All right, so I think we should be live. I guess I can go jump on YouTube and see.
There we go. Yeah, we're live. I'm on. Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. David, yes, hat, David. There are 3 hats. You're right. They were saying they always guess if I'm going to be wearing a hat or not.
Oh, okay.
Before we go live. All right. So tonight we got some special guests. We got Bourbon and Balls joining us, Jeff and Charlie, and I had sent them a sample earlier this week. So
yeah, right here.
Yep, we got a blind. So I'm going to have you guys check those out and tell me what you think. I'm not going to give you any hints.
Okay.
Right away.
Maybe this is be our practice to we're gonna do that trash palette challenge next month. But anyways, I love blinds. I think that's the best way to learn about bourbon. I don't do enough of them, but I love blinds.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's the best way too. I'm going to join you in them, although I have very small pours because I have actually been fighting the flu this week.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think I know more people who've gotten the flu than I don't. Right?
Yeah. It's been going around quite a bit, but yeah. So this will be the first thing I've had to drink this week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, me too. I started losing my voice the other day for whatever reason. And this first time I've had anything to drink myself.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with number 1 here.
Yep.
Oh, we're ready to roll. Okay. I'm gonna give you some paper there.
Yeah, as long as you guys are ready, you already pour them?
Not yet. We're gonna do it right now.
Okay.
This is your 1.
Thanks, sir. That's my 1. I'll put it this way.
2.
So, is there a theme, if I may ask, to the pours or no?
There is, but I don't want to give the theme away yet.
No, that's fine.
I
gotta figure. I'm gonna try to figure this out in my head. So we'll see how this goes.
Oh, Paul just poured some Old Fitz 14 year for the live. Damn. That's nice.
On a Wednesday too.
Yeah.
Or Thursday. Sorry, I don't know what day it is.
I don't even know what day it is. You definitely need a drink.
I do, my man. I most certainly do. Yeah, my wife's been out of town for over a week, and I don't even know what day it is anymore.
Okay.
So, all right,
cheers,
very good.
Brian. So yeah, I've been sick the last few days. Today was the first day I was able to keep anything down.
Wow.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, a shit show is always entertaining too. So let's see what happens here. All right.
We got number 1.
All right.
All right. Well, I definitely know right now what the theme isn't.
What's that?
Punishment pours, because this is a damn good nose.
Oh no, I didn't send you anything bad.
Okay, well, I can tell that right off the rip. Like, all right, this is not going to be something that's comedic. Yeah. This is actually he's being serious about this one.
We were going to get a fresh or
yeah. One day.
Stuff, yeah. Yeah, boy.
All right.
Thank you, Donald. I hope I am feeling better today than I have been the rest of the week. So I hope I'm just kind of getting over it now.
I'm not coughing because of the whiskey. I can assure you that.
Yeah, one's got a little bit of heat.
I do like the nose. Of course, I haven't smelled bourbon all week, so anything's gonna smell good to me right now.
Cheers, everyone. So, how'd you guys do this? Did you guys go out and do any bourbon hunting over the weekend or this week? I know you're down in Ohio. You're in Southern Ohio.
Yeah, I got me a box of bourbon. I say a box because I did. They put it in the wine box for me. They're like, you can't possibly carry that out in the bag. I'm like, no. I said, yeah, if I could have a box, that'd be great. So yeah, we did. I got some. I got a couple of bottles of Balboa Rye. Because I know their New Riff is running low, and once they're out, they're done.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I didn't get it at our meetup. I forgot. But I heard they're down to about 50 bottles, and that's about it. New Riff had a few. But anyways, I got that, and then I got to be honest with you. It was last Saturday. I forget what the rest of the bottles were. I'm gonna find out when I bring them out on the show later on tonight. I completely forgot what else I got.
Yeah, I got some single malt. Oh gosh, I can't even think of what it is. Drifter's Glen.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Driftless Glen?
Yeah,
out of
Glen.
Michigan, right? Out of Michigan.
Yeah. And I've got some. Oh, geez. I can't remember what I got either. It's been.
Isn't it funny? Like you wait a few days, you have no idea what the hell you got.
Oh, it's like damn, we got so many.
Yeah.
But I got a couple like club picks too. We got.
Oh, I got me a buff turkey. Keith Glandon.
Yeah, I know he had those couple of those.
Yeah, he picked it up for me today. I went ahead and ordered it at the through the Barrel Club, and he was nice enough to pick it. So next time he and I cross paths, I'm gonna grab that bottle from him.
Right.
So, anyways,
I got.
What'd you get?
Penelope 17-year American light whiskey.
Yes, that was a drop.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I've been really enjoying the American light whiskeys lately that I have. Not a lot of them, but the ones I've had I've really liked. So I'm excited to try that one.
Grab that Copper Sky. It's American light whiskey.
Yeah, well, that's a hazmat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! It is. It's 151 proof.
151. Oh wow.
Yeah, American light whiskey, 19 years. 75.6 alcohol. So yeah, it's 151. So batch one.
Nice.
It's very good. Yeah. So there you go.
Where was that from?
Copper Sky. So it's out of Colorado, and I'm gonna tell you this much. Unless you're not from Colorado, not a lot of people know about it. But a buddy of mine brought it to a bottle share, and there was this Amberano finish, and I swear to it to this day, they only ran one barrel to it, and I'm not trying to, you know how when stories get farther or an event gets farther away, the story gets bigger.
Right.
But I'm telling you that I would pay whatever to get that bottle back again. I would give up a George T. Stagg. I would give up almost anything I have in my collection to get that bottle back. That thing was the greatest thing I ever had.
Well, we've tried other subsequent batches, and it ain't nowhere near.
No, they had perfection on that one.
It did.
And that was the best bottle I'm telling you I ever had, and it's not been perfected since.
Nope.
I don't know. Anyway, so anything from Copper Sky, I tend to go ahead and grab because they did such an excellent job on that one that I had. So a buddy of mine was able to get this American light whiskey, 151 proof when he was out there, and yeah, it's pretty good. So
yeah. I've picked up a few ryes as well. I've got a lot of them anyway at home, but I picked up the Rebel 100 rye, and I picked up the Wild Turkey. Well, what is it? It's not the 101. Wild Turkey.
The 70.
The rare breed, yeah. Rare breed rye. Picked that up.
I'm looking for on that one is the non-chilled barrel.
Yeah, the non-chill filtered one, the airport, the travel exclusive.
Yeah, man, I would love to have my hands on that because I love non-chilled bourbon. Period.
Yeah, I've had a sample of it, and it's better than the regular rare breed. You can tell the difference. It's a lot thicker. It's like more viscous.
Oh yeah, that's what I love about non-chilled. That's why I like New Riff as much as I do. Right. So.
Yeah. David passed on the American Light whiskey for the Old Forester 1924. That's a good pour too. I like the 1924.
Yeah.
I know they both did drop here in Ohio.
David's in Ohio. I imagine, right?
Yeah, he's up in the Cleveland area.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, you didn't go wrong with 1924, so I don't know whether or not you really made a mistake. I don't know.
They're both good pours. Well, I haven't had
Right.
this one. I've had the 15 year, but not the 17. But I expect it to be good. But 1924 is good as well. So I wouldn't say that's bad.
No, he didn't make a bad mistake, or he didn't make a mistake at all. So
what do you guys think of A? What's your notes there?
Well, for me, the finish is actually still kind of going. It tastes like a high proof. It was kind of hot on the front end, but then kind of mellowed out and warmed up. And like I said, just this finish is really good. The nose, I kind of got a floral scent on the nose.
I actually get some floral on the palate as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mid palate.
I don't think I picked that up. I'll try again.
I got some ethanol to it, but not like strong ethanol, but I got like a toffee during the mid and the back end of the palate. The finish is really good. I think the finish is probably the best part of this drink, but I also would say it's not like the palate was bad either. So
Yeah.
I'm just doodling here as far as giving a score. I gave it an 84. I like it.
That bourbon guy says the travel exclusive rare breed's going to be on local shelves.
Oh, nice.
I've heard they're going to be releasing that like as a regular release. I don't know when, but it's supposed to be sometime this year.
Man, this finish is good.
Yeah, I'm giving it an 86 on
Okay.
that, just because of the finish.
Yeah,
I mean, there
that
wasn't
finish
anything
is
bad about it at all, which is,
yeah, that finish is really good.
yeah.
Okay. You guys ready to move on to B?
Sure. Oh, ooh.
I think you're trying to impress us or something because that nose on B is pretty damn good. I'm just saying. It's like having first time guests over or something over the house.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I'm gonna give you some shit that you're gonna remember.
Knock your socks off on that.
Yeah, this B is the nose on here. It's like a velvet. It's like a next level. Yeah. This is next level. Whatever this is.
Very deep. Yeah.
Yeah, that has got a great nose. It really does.
Like it's like I don't really I never want to equate price with bourbon because we all know how that does not work.
Right, absolutely.
But I will sit there and say there's no way this thing's below a $70 bottle. There's no way. This is good. This is premium. Because when you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If there's a few bottles out there that you see that you're like, all right, you get it. It hits you right away.
It's kind of got that oily, as they say with wine.
The legs.
Yeah, you got them legs.
The legs.
Good color too.
I don't know if it's just I haven't had freaking bourbon for a week, but everything's tasting really good right now.
Oh man.
Cheers, Jeff. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Mr. Castle. Yes, nice. I met him last week. We did I met him at New Riff. Very nice guy. We talked for half an hour out in the cold. But yeah, very nice guy.
Patrick says that you guys will be impressed when you find out the theme. Patrick knows what it is. He was here when I poured it. So
was the theme bougie? This is good nose and a taste. I'm telling you. You did good. Whatever this is, you did very well on this one. I mean, we haven't got to 3 yet, but
so Shauna, cheers. I saw the message on Patreon for you and Brian. Congratulations.
They had quite a few breaking news last night. So good for them on all fronts. No pun intended.
Trevor wants to know, should he fresh crack a Stag each Taylor barrel proof or Green River foolproof? Which Stag?
Yeah,
Which barrel proof? Which barrel proof too?
Yeah, which batch each Taylor?
that's all the storefront. What else they had?
They announced the barrel pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the barrel pick's what I was referencing.
Yes.
good.
Trevor, why don't you just open all three of them and do
There you
blind?
go. That's the way to do it. Open all three and compare them.
It's almost like that's what we're doing right now for the same quality. Because right so far, this is pretty
I
good.
don't know if I would put Green River in the same category as Stag and East.
No, I get all that. Unless that Green River's like a barrel pick or something.
Yeah.
No, I get it. But Green River, I mean, I would rival that. I mean, I've said this before. It may lose, but I still rival it against Rare Breed.
Yep.
Price wise, they're similar. Yeah, no, I would put that up against a Rare Breed.
Yeah.
Green River is okay, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't rank it with those others. I actually think Rare Breed's probably better than the Green River.
Okay. Now I will say this, like freaking Rare Breed or Green River, man, it used to be a piece of shit.
It did.
Like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it did.
It was the most god awful thing I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And
You
then
said the Stag 24C or Taylor barrel proof batch 13.
I've heard great things on 13.
Yeah, 13's good. But so is 24C. Those are both good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would probably go with the EH Taylor though between the two.
Hey, just blend it.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, going, talking more about Green River. I mean, we found out why.
Oh yeah, they weren't cleaning their
Yeah,
lines.
they weren't cleaning their lines after their batches. It was their first couple years that they were just.
Yeah, Bardstown came in and they were cleaning their lines like once a month.
Yeah.
And now they're making them clean it every day.
Yeah, so
And
they're
it's made and the mash bill hasn't changed.
right. They're getting that funk.
Yeah. That's what we told Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways.
You've been out to the distillery, to Green River?
Yeah, I did a barrel pick out there.
Okay.
And I talked to the master distiller, and I was honest with him. I said, no offense. I said, but your product was pretty crappy 3 years ago. I said, what has changed? Did you guys change your mash bill? What'd you guys do? And no, he said he didn't change the mash bill. He said, if anything, he said he found that well, they changed the lines too. They had too many. He said they had too many creases,
Too many connections.
too many connections,
Yep.
and that caused a lot of buildup in their lines.
Yep.
So they cut out a lot of their connections and made it one seamless pipe.
Mhm.
And then they also cleaned it every day versus once a month. And I told him, I said, well, that's made a big difference because I do like your stuff now.
Yeah.
I said your stuff before he got there. I said it was at the bottom of the barrel as far as what we thought, because we did that in the tasting, remember?
Right. Yeah.
And it was dead last out of 12 bottles.
Right. Yeah.
It was horrible. But now, the foolproof.
Foolproof is when it seemed to change.
Correct.
Yeah. When they sent that out, that's when it just flip flopped. Everything was just fantastic from that foolproof. Everything prior to that foolproof is So
I get some cherry on the second one, by the way.
Okay.
yeah.
I've been to Green River once. It was a couple of years ago. And we went, that's like the furthest distillery out that way, out when you start heading out west.
Oh, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. But I didn't particularly care for it when we were there. It was a couple of years ago.
Well, maybe what I'll do is I'm going to send you the barrel pick that I did.
Okay.
I'll send that to you and give it. And then maybe I'll give you a blind. You know what? Like I like to do. I like to obviously return the favor if you don't mind.
All
have
right.
you come on one of our lives and between that and a few other surprises, maybe we'll put that in there, see what you think about it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, very good. So the second one, I'm getting some cherry on it. The finish I think is equally as good as the last one. I'm not sure what you're doing here, but and again, I think it's one of these things where the guest comes over for the first time. You want to have a good impression, and so far this first and second one. If I don't have the bottles, how's this? If I don't have the bottles, I'm gonna go buy the bottles. How's that? If I can find it, whatever it is that you're doing.
Well, for me, I got kind of on the nose. I kind of got that cherry,
Mhm.
vanilla, traditional kind of bourbon notes. On the taste, I got cinnamon red hops. It's just that front end was kind of spicy again, kind of like a high proof. But then I got some honey and some of the baking spices on the backside. But the finish for me wasn't as good as the
Okay.
first one. I mean, it's good, but it's gone already. Um, so I bumped that down a point. I scored that one 85.
Okay.
Okay. So we got a question in the chat. What has been the most unique or best experience visiting a distillery that you've been to? That's for
It's
you,
going to be
Brad.
what happened 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But so it wasn't okay. So we're gonna answer this, but only to say that it wasn't a distillery. I want to answer this in saying that hopefully, maybe you're asking us maybe what's the most unique experience that we've had with a distillery. Period. So I'm telling you, this is best. This was a better experience. It was surreal, was it
It
not?
was very surreal. It was something that, sitting there, it still to this day cannot comprehend what we actually
Yeah.
did.
So this happened 2 weeks ago. So we have been very fortunate to get to know this gentleman. If you want to grab that too, by the way, uh, W.H. McBrayer. We talk about it quite a bit on our live stream, and that actually won our Bourbon of the Year, blinded, mind you, for 2024. And there was a huge history, and I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to bore the viewers and be long on this, but look them up online, and you'll see all the history that comes with it. They have a close ties with E.H. Taylor and all them back in the day, and it was world renowned. But anyways, like 7 or 8 generations later, there's a current McBrayer who is our age.
Yep.
Happens to live 10 minutes from my house. I shit you not. And we came in contact with him, and this right here that you see in front of us is the 2024 Bourbon of the Year for us, blinded, batch 4. Right now he's in the middle of batch 5. He has invited us, and we did this 2 weeks ago, to help him create batch 5. And he hired this. He contracted this. He is a scientist who was with MGP for 12 years. He helped with Penelope to get started. He helped them to get off the ground. He helped them with their original 6 barrels that they had. So he's like a very well experienced blender. And we were there for about 3 hours, blending the barrels that McBrayer owned, which we can't say we're not allowed saying where he contracted at, but
46 barrels.
Yeah, 46 barrels, and so we tried that evening, and we got it narrowed down to certain barrels and all kinds. Anyways, long story short, we were a part of that, and that will be available to the public in May, and we are happy to say that we had a hand in it, and will be a part of that experience. So what we tasted, what we approved, what we all agreed upon is like a barrel pick, but this will be to the public as batch number 5 come May as the judge for W.H. McBrayer. So that's in short. Sorry for a long answer. That's been our.
No, that sounds like a very cool experience. Yeah, that sounds like a very cool
Blend,
experience for sure.
It's a blend of 15 barrels of those 46.
Correct.
So and
it was crazy too. So like the guy, not to whatever, but the guy was like, we tasted it and we're like, we'd like to have this, creamier. So the guy would freaking in his computer like conjure up some whatever through his whatever.
It was kind of like watching when you watch the Matrix and they see the green text floating down the screen. This guy had a spreadsheet up on his big screen, and it was kind of like that. It was just a whole bunch of codes and numbers, and just he was all over.
Yeah, so we said, hey, we need something creamier. So he freaking give him 5 minutes, and he come back with, all right, here's your sample for creamer. And sure as shit enough, it was creamer. Like, all right, well, now we need a longer finish, and he did that. And we spent that whole afternoon. And it was weird too. It was like it was in a boardroom of his company that he owns, and everybody's working like during their 9-to-5 job, and here we are, a bunch of guys are looking at us like, who the hell are you guys? And we're in the boardroom just drinking from 2 to 5 and sitting there coming up with batch number 5. So anyways, when we get closer to batch number 5, we're gonna obviously he'll be on the show, and we can't wait to introduce it to the rest of you guys. What's that all about? So basically that ends up being like almost like a retail barrel pick.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right, that's our experience. So, sorry,
Okay.
long-winded, but there's your answer.
Patrick wants to know what the prices run for that.
$100.
Yep, the judge runs 100.
But he does have another thing that, as far as what we're drinking now, if you want to grab that, you already know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And I'm not here to plug in, but this is where this conversation is leading, I guess. Cedarbrook, and we don't even work for them. I swear to God, we're like the free ambassador for them. It's the Cedarbrook Wheated Bourbon Single Barrel. We have the 118 version, and this is what, our third bottle.
That's your third, yeah.
Oh, that's my third.
Yeah,
How many bottles do you have?
I've had like 4 or 5.
So, anyways, very good bottle. They have a different lineup, but again, I don't want to bore all your viewers. Only to say this much is that you go through the website, you'll see everything there. They will ship to you guys 48 states. This one though is local pickup only, unfortunately.
Yep.
And as I told Bourbon and Ball viewers, if you guys want the specific 118 versus the 113 they have online, do the 118. I'll pick it up for you guys, and we'll figure out shipping. But anyways, that's our distiller that we're into right now. And we try not to be homers, but we actually liked them before we met them, to be fair, right?
We did. And then it was a surprise to find out he lived 10 minutes away.
Right. And then, he bought his family farm. Not, again, I'll end this conversation here soon. But he bought his family farm. I think how many acres? 70 or something like that. And it butts up against Wild Turkey. And there's a bridge called Cedarbrook. It connects Wild Turkey and his property. And his long vision for that property next 10 years is to have the rick houses up and running and have a full bourbon experience, just like Wild Turkey. So you're going to hear more about McBrayer within the next 10 years, is my guess.
I say a lot sooner than that. I mean, he's got to get that rick houses up in the next year or so.
Oh, he has to, because he's got those barrels. Yeah. That he has to get out of that other rick house. So anyways, all right, I'm done. I'm sorry. That's my plug.
Cheers, Brad. Glad you could join us, even though you're late. Let us know what you're drinking. So, what do you guys see?
3.
The nose is a little bit more muted for me.
Interesting.
Yes. I can't get as much as I did on A or B.
You get more ethanol on the nose.
Yeah, more like a polish.
Not necessarily polish, but
I get a polish.
Kind of get that burn a little bit.
Yeah. Like you're about to light my ass up is what you're gonna do here in about 5 seconds.
No, not at all.
That'd be awesome. This is like 150 or some bullshit. Oh, okay. This doesn't match the nose. I didn't really like the nose, but the taste is very good.
Wow.
Dude, you're not messing around when you give out samples, aren't you?
We'll see what you think when I give you the theme and stuff after we're done here.
I don't think anything. Well, I tell you, I'm gonna, I guess, cross off to what I think are not the themes. I don't think any of these are finished. I think these are all, the way it came out of the barrel. I don't think it's been processed into another barrel.
Barrel proof, not.
Perhaps, yeah, but I don't think they're finished.
Cheers, Stephen.
This third one tastes to me like it's a double oak. That's almost, to me, this tastes to me like High Bank double oak.
And this is more.
I don't know why, it just does. It just hits that way.
By the way, on I don't know if I even said it, on Glass 2, I gave it an 87. I thought it was that good. I really like that a lot.
So I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
The 3 bottles are all from different states. It's 3 different states. 3 bottles, 3 different states.
Man, that is a hell of a finish.
I wrote down, so Jeff don't think I'm full of shit, and I'm probably off anyways, but I wrote down the states that I thought they were from, even though, let's be honest, it doesn't. I mean, it's whatever. It's all for fun.
Right. And it's just a fun exercise.
No, it definitely is.
I wrote mine down too.
Brad, you're drinking beer. Shame on you.
Oh man.
Man, I tell you what, the only beer that I drink nowadays, and we're not about plugging people, but damn it, I know what I know. I know what I'll tell people, but and you know what? I'll tell this on your show. I don't care. We were going to announce it tonight, but I'll tell this on your show. So,
Okay.
as you already know, we have 2 people here. We generally, if you watch our shows, we generally have 3 people, and that's been our cadence, and that's what we're used to. We like having 3 people. And Beth, a while back, as some people know who watch our shows, she left the show not for no reason. We're on good terms. She left the show because basically she got busy in her own little life, and she owns a brewery. Anyways, my point is, she has a very good brewery. Her beer is the only beer that I like really drinking because they do some mad scientist shit with their beer, and I don't understand how they do it. They do like a fucking mimosa, a freaking
There's a tequila one.
they do a mule, and all this stuff is from the yeast strain from a beer. It's weird how they do it. But anyways, they're here in Middletown, Ohio, and a lot of you guys can't make access to it, but we gave away some of that stuff on our fundraiser. But anyways, my point to all this is Beth is coming back to the show. You guys are gonna, so she's gonna start being in on our recorded videos that people see on Mondays, rather than see us 2 loofs freaking try to do this show. It's always good to have a good balance and to keep us behaved. So Beth is now coming back on our Monday shows, and then occasional Thursdays and occasional Fridays. So anyway, we were gonna announce it tonight, but you know what? There you go.
Well, that's awesome. Good news.
Yes, exclusive. Yes, thanks, Sankey.
Exclusive. That's
it is exclusive. Yes, you heard it first on Whiskey Sippers. Yeah, you guys can quote that somewhere else on your blog. According to Whiskey Sippers, this is what's going on.
All right, so what do you guys think of C?
C was good. I might go a little lower than what I've done in the past. Not to say that it's I didn't like it, because I did like it. I will say that all 3 of them still stay, even the 3rd one still stays in the buy category.
Yeah, I for me, like I said, it was kind of ethanol on the nose, kind of burned a little bit, but that didn't fit the taste. The finish on that is phenomenal in my opinion, and like I said, it's kind of like almost like I'm drinking a double oak.
It was softer.
Yeah.
Like this could have been in a different barrel, but not. I don't know why I said it didn't finish, but not like a port or any of that funky shit.
Right, but I'm thinking maybe that 3rd one is a rye.
I don't know.
Kind of like maybe either High Bank Whiskey War Double Oak, or it's a Sagamore.
This is why I like Sagamore. I think is more creamier than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of low proof. I don't know. But anyways, does Sagamore have a? I don't know. Maybe the viewers know, right? Or yourself is. Does Sagamore have a high proof bourbon?
A high proof bourbon? Not.
No, I'm sorry. High proof rye. Do they have a high proof rye at all?
I think their barrel picks come in at like 112. I don't think there's any really high proof ones that I know of.
You know what I want to go after is the I want to go after, and I generally don't do it because I don't like Woodford Reserve, but I want to go their chocolate one that's 139 proof. I want to go after that one.
Yeah.
We got a couple of questions here. David wants to know what's the name of Beth's brewery.
Oh yes, Beth. Oh my gosh, she hates me calling it a bar. I do that shit on purpose just to irritate her. But her brewery is called New. It's N.E.W.Ales. New Ales Brewery in Middletown, Ohio. They have the most fantastic once a year in the fall pumpkin beer, which she will tell you it pays the bills. It pays the bills for the whole entire year of the brewery of that one particular SKU, and they only sell it for 2 months. And they're sold out like within 2 months. But yeah, so New Ales Brewery in Middletown, Ohio. Man, it is a mad scientist.
It is.
And I don't like beer. I
Right.
don't like regular beer. I just
Yeah.
I rather drink me a pour of whatever.
Yeah. It's just too damn expensive to go out and drink it anywhere.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so New Ales Brewery.
Okay, and Patrick wants to know, on your scale of 100, what's your breakdown for buy, pass, or try?
I would say 80 or above is a buy. Anything below a 70 is we're gonna give it to one of our friends that we don't like. Anything below a 60, I'm gonna give it to my mother-in-law. And anything between 70 to 80, I would consider that as a nice shelfer. Perhaps a mixer kind of thing. So when we do scores on our show, I think the highest score that we've ever had was probably a Coy Hill or Heaven Hill 18. Or I'm sorry, 17.
Yeah.
Or the GTS 22. But another 90 that we don't have many 90s on our show. Another 90 was this. This Corbin Cash.
Yeah.
This is a barrel pick from 21090. Dude, if you have not tried it, my God, this is one of the greatest things I ever had.
Yeah, it's a hazmat. It's 100.
It is pure raisin.
Yeah.
If you don't like raisins, you're not gonna like it. But my God, this is effing good. It's an 8-year single barrel. This is our second barrel or second bottle because we've given so much away. And now I'm slowly, don't you, like everybody has this bottle, right? Even your viewers and yourself. Like you got that bottle that is the greatest thing ever, but you just know that once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah. I've got a couple of those.
Yeah. So what? I mean, for you, what
Usually
would that be?
Usually they're barrel picks. Usually they're barrel picks.
Correct, right? Like you love it so much you don't want to touch it, if that makes sense, right? So so that's a breakdown of our scoring. And then we actually break it down even further, right?
Yeah, we do.
We give it's a multiplier, 1 through 10. The nose gets a multiplier of 2.
Right.
The taste gets a multiplier of 5.
Right.
And the finish gets a multiplier of 3. And it gives you a total 1 through 10. If you do it, gives you a total out of 100.
Right.
Okay.
But we don't have too many that goes above 90. We have maybe a handful.
Yeah, only a handful. And I think that Coy Hill was in like the mid 90s.
Won't you tell them the worst one that we ever had that scored the lowest? Like it was like, dude, I'm telling you, it was like in the freaking 30s, 40s.
Well, I mean, there's a few of them. We had.
I scored a 20.
We had the.
No, the absolute worst though.
Fresh.
Yes, thank you very much.
Fresh.
That's fresh.
Dude. I've got a sample I'll send you if you want to try the worst. I've got a bottle.
Okay, minus Malort. I will challenge you that fresh is. You know what? So we have the solo blind in front of us, right? As you can tell, what it does for those who have watched our videos, like you put the Glencairns in here, right? As such, and then you have the labels and shit, and then you put the thing on top, and then you spin it. There's a little spinner in here, so it's a truly blind. I will say this much to you: you send me whatever that pour is, right?
Okay.
And we'll do this on the reciprocated live show that we'll do. Like you'll come on our show, whatever, and we'll do this. I want to do this, and I want to put. I swear to God, I'm gonna put freaking fresh in here, and we're gonna find out what you give me your absolute worst bourbon.
I got it.
Okay.
I know exactly what I'll send you.
It's gotta be a bourbon.
It's a bourbon, technically.
You can't give me Malort.
Technically a bourbon.
Yeah, so you give me a Malort, and we will blind this shit.
It's a bourbon.
Okay, that's fine. We'll blind this stuff.
All right.
And let's see who the loser/winner is.
Okay. Well, if you're drinking both of them, then you're the loser.
Well, that is true. You know what, sucker? You know what? You're not out of this too. Don't sit there and you're going to be in it just as much as we are.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't even think you're going to sit there from that.
I thought you meant you were going to do it.
No. We're going to do it together, my friend.
All right.
Yeah. You don't do it, but if we go down, you go down with us.
Okay, so let's get on to the bottles. So the theme was, these are all barrel picks that I've done.
Nice.
So it's 3 different states, 3 different bottles. What'd you think of A? What's kind of your maybe your guess on that one?
Well, I wrote down toffee.
I'm thinking that might be
Little bit.
that might be a new riff.
I thought B was a new riff.
A B was a new riff.
That's my guess.
Okay, A.
So if you think about, hold on, if you think about it, like we got to sit there and think about as far as what his region is. So it's not like it's going to be. I would think that he's not going to. Hold on, is that freaking hard truth? Is that what David is saying? Is that a hard truth barrel pick, or am I reading that?
I have
into
not
it?
done a barrel pick at hard truth. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, I thought
Yeah,
maybe he
missed
was
the
doing play
comment.
on words. Sorry.
I
I'm saying,
don't know. I think he's just saying the blinds tell the truth. The blinds let you know which is actually worse or which is actually better. Is what he's saying.
no.
Yeah.
I get all that. I thought maybe he was doing play on words. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. So bottle A, Watershed. It was a pick with the NEO Bourbon Society, and it was 127.3 proof.
All right. I'm gonna stop you right. I'm gonna stop you right here real quick. So I have about 4 bottles of Watershed, and I gotta be honest with you, they all taste like crap. They do.
I agree. This is the only one I have that's worth drinking. I
So
have
how
like
you-
three other bottles, and
Dude, you're better than Mary and Eve's, because Mary and Eve's freaking did a bottle pick, and I have that thinking that this is gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it was dog shit. It was great. It was horrible. So good for you, and I guess good for me to think that Watershed is actually a good bourbon, because, I mean,
I
right?
agree. Yeah, the other ones I have, and I don't talk up Watershed, but this pick's pretty decent, and that's the best Watershed I've had. So,
Well, by far.
What you say? The club. It was a club pick. So what you said was on the back.
oh, it's the NEO Bourbon Society,
Okay.
Northeast Ohio Bourbon. They're a group on Facebook I'm a part of, and we did a pick there, and the tater sticker's John Wick, but
That's awesome.
Nice.
all right. So Class B, New Riff,
See, told you.
our whiskey sippers pick that we just did.
And here's why I thought it was New Riff. I gravitate towards New Riff. Period. I think what they do. I love non-chilled filter, as I said before. Anything non-chilled filter, I just gravitate to, and they're one of the best distillers out there that knows how to do a non-chilled filter.
And it is 115.7, so it was the lowest proof of the three.
But you know what? I have that as the highest score of my bourbons.
Yeah, it was my favorite out of the three too. It's my favorite. I think it's got a really nice, like, kind of sweet butterscotch mid palate, and then it hits baking spices on the finish. I really like that bottle.
It's well bodied. I mean, it's very full bodied. It doesn't taper off anything. It does what you want to. It does exactly what a bourbon wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does exactly what you ask of a bourbon to do. Great pick, dude.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, now I know we haven't gotten to the third one yet. Are any of these 3 still available through you, or are they all sold out?
They are all sold out.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good for you. That's all sold out, though. I will say that.
So this one, I was just on the pick team, the first one. It wasn't like our channel pick. You know, it was just with that group. This one was our channel pick. And the third one is also with a group. You know, I was just part of the pick. But the third one is Old Dominic, High Rye Bourbon.
I've never had that.
And was done by the group Bourbon Together, another group. But
where is Old Dominic out of? I'm sorry, I don't know them.
Memphis, Tennessee. It's in Memphis.
Okay.
So yeah, they have a high rye bourbon, and this one was 125.8, and it's a 6-year-old.
Okay.
Girl.
I put that I think a little bit better than the one. My order of good bourbon or whatever, and they were all there wasn't a bad bourbon, first of all. But anyways, number 2, and then number 3, and then number 1.
That's actually my order. I have them in 2. I go 2, 3, 1 out of the way I like them as well.
I had 3, 1, and 2.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then one thing about a Watershed, it was funny. One of my friends, oh my God, it might have been you. Anyways, so if I make a dig,
Okay.
take no offense to it. So
No.
they get an email. Was it you that got an email from Watershed? Someone got an email from Watershed. Ooh, you won the lottery.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
freaking-
got that email.
Thank
Everybody.
you. Thank
Even
you.
if you
I'm
even
like,
if you didn't enter, you got the email.
I'm like, it's sucker. I'm like, that's the best marketing campaign from Watershed that they do. You didn't win jack shit. You just freaking. It's a great marketing ploy.
I agree. Yeah, I think pretty much everybody gets that email. If you entered, you got a winning email.
No offense, I love you, Jeff. You know I do. But no offense, he thought he was the like one of those OHLQ winners. I was like, dude, no, you get him. I promise you. Like everybody got it.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny.
That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
So
man, good pours though. Shit. I wish I had that new riff, but it is what it is.
I like that old Dominic. Man, that is really good.
Yeah, that old Dominic. I need to look into them more. I don't know.
yeah, they're pretty good. They actually make a bourbon and they make a Tennessee whiskey. So they have both. They do their processing both ways. Their bourbon's a high rye, whereas their the Tennessee whiskey's higher corn, less rye, and
Yeah.
do the double or the charcoal mellowing process, the whole Lincoln County thing. But yeah, so they make both.
Steven Scode even said he never had Watershed and he got the email.
Right?
That's awesome. Oh, that is great.
And the thing is, I believe it.
I'm not trying to devalue, your winnings. That's like when someone tells me that they won on eBay. You didn't win shit on eBay. You have the right to buy it.
I didn't make the trip.
Dude, I'm so glad. I would have freaking.
Brian said the only way to truly win a Watershed lottery is not to get the email.
Amen, brother. Brian's right. I think Brian agrees too. Like, I've never met a Watershed fan. This is the first time I've actually, to be honest, this is the first time I've had a Watershed that actually was worth a damn, and it was pretty good.
It was very good. Now, old Dominic, do they do their own stuff? Is it their own distillate or?
Yes, they do their own. Now, they did source at the beginning. We were sourcing MGP, but they were under a different name. They went under Hulling Station. So if you've ever seen Hulling Station, that comes from the same distillery, but that was their sourced stuff. Okay. Then once their own stuff aged, they started the Old Dominic brand. So that's their own juice.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's some good stuff.
So let me obviously ask you a few questions too, right?
Sure.
I'm on, like, our biggest kick is craft distillers, right? I mean, I think we've all been through that stage where we've all entered, through the legacy bourbons and all that kind of stuff, and that's all great. I think that's where we all go. But I think truly, like, when you start entering the craft bourbon, I think that's really, you get to learn what bourbon's all about, honestly. What is one of your favorites craft distillers that perhaps maybe your viewers know, but maybe that we don't know?
Okay, so my favorite craft distillers, I'll say my since New Riff is no longer, I used to say New Riff, but New Riff is no longer considered craft, right?
I would agree.
They're not even on the craft part of the bourbon trail anymore. They got moved off the craft section. That they were by Ann.
Are they they're not on the major one. They're kind of just stuck in the between.
No, they said they're moving to the main, like the main distillers. Yeah.
Good for them. Good
they
for them.
sold X number of bottles and have X number. They met some criteria.
Nice.
But yeah, so they're really no longer considered craft. But so I guess I would say now my favorite craft distillers are Hard Truth. I'm a real big fan of Hard Truth. I love their ryes and their bourbons. In particular, that 4-grain bourbon that came out last year, I thought it was great. And I've also liked Ben Holiday a lot.
Yeah, yes.
The Holiday stuff's real good.
Yes.
A couple others I like. I don't know if you consider Sagamore craft. I'm a real big Sagamore rye fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also a fan. There's a small distillery in Missouri called J. Rieger, and I like their stuff.
Yep, I've
You heard of them?
Yep, I've heard of them too. Yep.
Okay. I tell you what, Missouri, I mean, don't like discount Missouri, man. They're like pumping out some shit.
Yeah, they also got that heat, that they kind of got that like you do with in Texas or in like Alabama. I like Detling too. That's anher one.
Okay, yeah.
I've got a really nice Detling pick. But some of those like further down south stuff that they get so much heat with their barrels.
Yeah. Well, we're a big fan too of Marlon Green out of Texas.
You know what? By the way, did you see that she made the Bourbon Hall of Fame?
Bourbon Hall of Fame. That's right.
Yeah,
Marlene
good for
Holmes.
her, Marlene Holmes.
Yeah. She's become a pretty good friend. She's going to be in town next month.
Yeah, we got to know her pretty well. She's good people.
She wants to go out there next month.
I swear, Jeff. I get on Jeff all the time. I swear to God, the dude. Never mind. Anyways, that's a discussion for another day.
Renee has Western Reserve Distillers, and that's probably my favorite distillery I've been to in Ohio. I actually like the stuff they have up there.
Where are they from? I'm curious.
They're up by Cleveland.
Okay.
In that area, it's one of the suburbs, and I can't even remember what the suburb is now. But
you know what
right
it is about craft distillers, I think, and I think we all love them for this, is the fact that they can pivot pretty damn quick on what is, I guess I wouldn't say the trend, maybe they become the trend, but they can pivot so quickly and do what the customers are wanting.
It's the trend. It's the market trend.
Sure. Like, and I think that's why I like craft distillers so much, because they can do so many things with their whiskey that maybe legacy bourbons cannot, right? Anyways, I love them for that. The only thing that I, caution some of them on, not that anybody cares what I think, is that I do caution any one of them. We've seen it before, where craft distillers go on to their own distillate from the MGP or whether it's from Barstown or whatever.
It's not good. Yeah.
No, and man, isn't that so disappointing?
Yeah. That's why, honestly, I like the way New Riff did it and the way Old Dominic did it. The stuff they were selling when they were sourcing was a different name, right? So New Riff was OKI when they were sourcing.
Yeah.
And then once their stuff came of age, it was New Riff. Just like Old Dominic Hulling Station, when they came of age, it's Old Dominic. That way there's not any confusion like, why is this Boone County now not as good as it used to be?
Well, that's a great strategy for any new distiller. That's a great strategy, actually. That's a smart.
Well, it's like High Bank. They have Whiskey War. They've come out with their own distillate. Granted, it's a blend with MGP, but it's called High Bank now and not Whiskey War.
Yeah, I still love High Bank over Whiskey War. Or I'm sorry, Whiskey War over High Bank. But I think my perfect example would be out of Utah, Park City. High West.
High West, yeah.
When they messed up their midwinter's nice dram, they messed that shit up when they went
away from the source stuff, because I know the original batches of that had a lot of Barton rye in it. In the original midwinter's nights.
Yeah.
David says Lakewood, Ohio. That's where where Western Reserve is, in Lakewood.
All right. I'm gonna write them down. I'm gonna write them down. I'm gonna try them out.
They have a restaurant. They have really good food too to go with the with the whiskey. Yeah, they had a really nice desserts and like the main course and stuff. So
there's another craft distiller up in Sandusky called Everwild. They have a brand called Seeker. I don't know if you've tried that.
Oh, we had a bottle here.
I've been there. They're the ones where they have storage lockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. So we did the Ohio Distillers Trail 2 years ago. So we did the entire Ohio Trail or whatever. And yeah, we did go there. That was one of the stops.
Yeah. So you probably did it you did it in the inaugural year that it went online, right?
It was year 2, and they had a ball at the end of the year, and we got to go to the masquerade ball because we finished the trail. Yeah.
So I know where you're located. Have you been to A.M. Scott at all? Have you heard of them? They're out of Troy, Ohio. They're on the Ohio Trail. They're above Dayton. Great people. They have probably one of the best cigar cask that I've tried. And right now they're MGP. And again, they're in that phase right now. They're about to flip over to their own distillate. And again, that's where I get kind of concerned.
Cheers, 4-leaf whiskey.
Hey,
Yeah,
4-leaf.
That's always a concern when they're switching over like that. I mean, I'll be honest. My favorite bottles are still from legacy distilleries because they have the age. I mean, it's hard to find a craft whiskey that can release a 14-year-old whiskey that's their own stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's still probably my favorite is the legacy stuff. But I do look for the craft, and I particularly like the ones that are doing their own distillate, and it's good because I like to try them because if they're good now, then I know 5 years from now it's going to be really good, right? So somewhere like Hard Truth or Holiday. I think Holiday's on 8 years now. I think last year their releases were 7 years. This year it'll be 8.
So who's on 7 years right now? Who I wish they would have started at 7 years rather than 4-year bourbon is Castle and Key. Because we all know Castle. I know. Hold on here. Castle and Key was dog shit when they released their first inaugural batches and all that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, their 7. It's right behind you too. Their 7-year wheat, the red label. This is where they should have started. Now I will give them all the kudos for not going MGP route, and they did their own stuff. So that's a hard pill to swallow when you're doing your own stuff, and it's just horrible when it came out of the chute. And maybe that's why Marion Barnes left, and of course there's some other lawsuits going on. But to me, this 7 years probably where they should have started. It's a very good pour. I'm gonna send you this pour. I know you just put your head down for it, but have you tried?
I've not had any good. I've not tried that one.
Okay,
but every Castle and Key I've had, I've disliked. So.
I would agree with you. I would totally agree with you. And it seems like you and I might have similar palates. I'm gonna send you a sample of this, and let's see what you think about it.
Okay, sounds good.
This bottle, the mash bill that they came up with for it came from a old E.H. Taylor bottle from the 1870s.
They found bottles in the E.H. in the Castle and Key distillery.
So they sent it off. They had it analyzed, and it determined what
the mash bill was. At least tried to, right?
So they mimicked that for this, and you could tell the difference with this.
I'm gonna send you a sample, and I'm gonna have to send you a different sample too to blind you to keep you honest. Man, I got some samples to give you. So
I'm up for it.
Yeah, I love doing this shit.
So Old Dominic, their master like distiller when they first started their own stuff was actually Nancy Fraley.
Yeah. Oh, really?
For Still Austin now. Right, that's where she went to Still Austin. She started the Old Dominic when they started their own stuff. She was their person until she left for Still Austin. So that stuff like that bottle was hers, right? Because that was back when that was that 6-year-old. That some of their older stuff now they're 6 years. They've been doing their own stuff for 6 years or 7 years, something like that.
Wow, how lucky were they?
Yeah. So that was back then, and they did the same thing you were just talking about. They had a bottle. Old Dominic was a brand back before Prohibition, and during Prohibition, like so many others, it closed down. Some people from the family found old bottles, from their great grandfather or whoever he was, and they sent it off to be analyzed, and that's how they got the mash bill they're using. Is from that original bottle they found somewhere in storage.
Wow.
So it's the same kind of storage. So you're talking about with the E.H. Taylor.
Interesting.
Where is Detling? I've never heard of Detling.
It's Alabama.
Alabama?
Yeah, you never had any Detling?
No, I haven't.
No, see, I'll have to send you guys a sample of that then. I've got a barrel pick. I've got a Detling barrel pick that's really good.
Nice.
Wow.
Man, I tell you what, you did a nice job on these three. Albeit I sat there and told you earlier before you revealed it that these would be buys, but so much for that bullshit. So, but I mean, I got some barrel picks from New Riff. Things like, what? The one thing that New Riff, as much as I like New Riff, the one that has thrown me off, and granted it's off profile, is the Silver Grove.
See, I liked it. I liked it.
Okay.
I love the first batch. The first batch that used the malted rye in it. I thought it was great.
I almost want to give it away.
What batch do you have over there?
I don't know. I'm gonna go look.
Oh, be careful. Don't knock anything over.
Well, yeah, batch 1 uses malted rye. Batch 2 did not. So the two batches are different.
Let's see which one this is. This is well, how the hell am I supposed to know?
I think if you look on the back, it'll tell you
Yeah.
the mash bill. It'll say malted rye or not.
Oh boy, yeah, it is malted rye.
Yeah, so that's batch 1. I like that one.
Well, see, that's your problem. You don't like malted rye.
No, I don't. I fucking hate it.
Yeah. That's your
I
Cheers,
don't like.
Dave.
I don't like Scotch. I don't like Irish whiskey. Anything malted, too malty. I really don't like. And then when we did our meetup, I think it was our, not the last meetup, the meetup before with Shauna and Brian. I tried the New Riff malted rye. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I trust them to do a good malted rye. I'm just not a malty person. So, anyways, that's just me. I'm weird.
Yeah. I love that stuff. That's good.
Yeah, I agree. I like that one. I like their malted rye, though. I like the 6-year malted rye that they release.
Let me ask you this, because I'm going to give you my answer or our answer. What's been the most expensive bottle that you've been so disappointed with, like retail wise? Like you paid SRP, you were so psyched up for it, and you like, what the hell am I drinking? This is god awful. And mind you, in my example, I blinded it trying to convince myself I would like it, and it still freaking failed. But go ahead.
Oh man, I have to think about that one. Trying to think, it would have to be something allocated, right?
No, it doesn't have to be. It could be SRP. It's just it was.
I'm I'm drawing a blank right now. I think
It
if my
could be
wife's still watching, maybe she can chime in.
I mean, it could be SRP though. Cheers, Dave. Anyways, while you're thinking about it, mine. I don't know about you, Jeff. My all-time, and Bob, the original show guy. He find humor in this. He knows. It's Sweeten's Cove.
Yeah.
I have not had that.
It's the Peyton Manning bottle, and I bought
Yeah,
the cast strength. It was $200 SRP, and I said, "F it, I'm gonna buy it." And Mary, and that's the thing, Marion Eves from Castle and Key, she helped blend that thing.
Yeah.
That thing was god effing awful, and I was so pissed. Anyways, that's my answer.
Tom Morrow, cheers. Tom Morrow said he did an Old Dominic barrel pick on Saturday, and it was impressive.
Yeah,
so they're low cost, huh?
Yeah, they're not expensive. Their barrel picks run like $55-$60, something like that. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Most places, that's like your MSRP.
Wow.
If I remember correctly, Tom, that was with the Big Bourbon Club, was it not? Because I think I saw that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Memphis, Tennessee, you have Blue Note, right?
Blue Note, I like Blue Note. I'm a Blue Note fan.
I would imagine Blue Note's probably the biggest one that's came out of the Memphis, Tennessee area. Would be my guess.
Probably, I would think so. I mean, that's the only two I know there. So,
yeah.
For a disappointing bottle, you know what really disappointed me, and it's not super expensive, but it was around $100. The Penelope Valencia.
Oh damn! I love that one.
Oh really?
Okay.
Oh, I hate that. Oh,
I like the Valencia and the orange one. What was the orange one?
The orange one was
The Valencia.
Oh, what was the other one?
The Rio.
The Rio.
Not the Rio. I like.
The Havana.
Yeah, just so citrusy to me. I don't like it.
Okay. The Havana was sweet. Yeah. Too sweet. It's like almost maple syrup.
It tastes like it tastes like blackstrap molasses.
Yeah. There's one thing I don't like out of Penelope is I don't like the barrel strength. It tastes like freaking plastic.
Yeah, I don't get that out of it.
I didn't like it.
I'm a big fan of Penelope.
Oh no, I love Penelope. Yeah. Architect.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a fan of much of their stuff, honestly. I like.
Oh really? Okay.
9 years, not bad. 9 years, pretty good. And the American Light Whiskey were the two that I've had from them that I really like, and the Rio. But the Rio is kind of a dessert pour. That's kind of a can't really drink much after that.
Have you had any JT Malik?
Oh, yes, I have a single barrel pick of it, a cast strength, and I have one of their small batches.
Yeah, that's
they're damn good. Nashville barrel, I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Their 7-year, I think we had. I think that they were in our top 16 bourbon of the year. It lost pretty quickly, but it's
I have a Nashville barrel. I have a store pick I bought that I haven't opened yet, but I have one bottle of it, so I haven't really tried it, but I do have a bottle.
Uncle Nearest, I'm just looking at our shelves here. Uncle Nearest, the higher proof, we like them a lot. I love their story, and just the fact that he helped out Jack Daniels and all that stuff. But yeah, Uncle Nearest, and
here was a surprise.
What you got? Oh yeah, where's that out of?
This is out of Indianapolis.
He may know.
You heard of Hamer?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've seen the bottle. Actually, I have not tried it.
Yeah, we got this as a Secret Santa gift from bunch of us on TikTok got together and did Secret Santas. And this is one that we got out of it. It's 115.2 proof, and this was surprisingly good. It's a double oaked, and then I end up getting 3 other samples from the distillery that we haven't cracked yet. But this was a really good one here.
Huh, okay.
Sankey 90 talks about the toasted marshmallow. That reminds me of the bluegrass.
Yeah.
Dude, that's one of the best toasted ones I've ever tried.
Bluegrass was phenomenal.
That toasted oak was phenomenal.
Yep.
I've went to Bluegrass, and I have a
really?
Oak. You can bottle your own there, so they have like a bottle your own.
Oh, nice.
And so you can go bottle like a single barrel of the toasted oak. And so I had that. Now I've had some of the other stuff like the blue corn, and I just did not like it. It is super, super grainy.
That's different.
That was down in Lexington, wasn't it? Where you did that?
Yep.
Yeah, because they were. We went to the actual where they were building a distillery, and got a preemptive tour.
Oh, really? So, I mean, overall, what do you think about Bluegrass? Right? What do you think about them?
From the ones I've had, the only thing I liked was the toasted one. I didn't like the other stuff I tried. So
okay.
It tastes. So I don't like the crafts that are super grain forward, and some of them are really grainy, and I'm not a fan of that. So I like the ones that are a little more, I guess, robust. I would say where that grain doesn't overtake. So that's why I like the Holiday, the Hard Truth. I don't find them real grainy.
You know what? I don't think I've ever had a bad Holiday.
Yeah, I like the Holidays. They're good, especially the Rick House, the straight bourbon Rick House Reserve is really good.
Oh yeah, man, whatever they're doing down there, they're doing it right. Man,
for sure. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's a little past 7. I know you guys got a show coming up here shortly.
Yeah, I appreciate the time, and we will. We'll figure it out. I'll email you. We'll figure out a reciprocated date. Because I got some. I got some unfinished business where I'd like to send you some of our pours, and because you know what it is. Here's what we get excited about, right? And I think you are the same way. Like we get excited. I get excited about getting someone else's take on things that we like, right? And just hear about it. I just want to hear people talk about it. That's all. I love that. I find more joy in that than anything else.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I got some other pours now I'm going to send you guys, but yeah, we'll email, we'll get this set up, and I'd be happy to show up on your guys' show. So
yeah, we'll do that. We'll stay in touch with you. I appreciate for the invite. Thanks, viewers, for those who asked the questions, all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're going to be on here in about less than an hour, and I got a surprise for you, by the way.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh my!
You don't know yet. You have no idea.
Just a little shameless plug for everybody out there. We do have Mark Gillespie from the Whiskey Cast tonight. So when we're done here, if you want to swing on over by us, we'd appreciate that.
Yeah, very good.
Go check out Bourbon and Balls every Thursday night, right? You do every Thursday night at 8, correct?
That's right.
Yes, we do. We most certainly do. And then like tonight we have Mark Gillespie on, which I looked up his bio. He's done 1,100 episodes.
Yeah.
Podcast wise. He only does once a week, so he's been on since like the freaking 90s.
18 years.
Wow.
18 years.
Nice.
So there you go. So anyways, all right. Hey, thanks a lot. We'd love to have you back on. I'll email you. We'll get some dates together.
All right, sounds good, guys, and make sure everybody swing over there and check out their show.
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Right, bye.
Remember, until next time, the best bourbon and whiskey are the one you like the most.
Amen to that.